Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitarist show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm showing you a trick that I've become addicted. The out of phase trick. I've showed you on my tele, I set it with the out of phase option via a push-pull on the tone knob. I did an whole episode on that, so if you want to go watch it, it's a deep episode on the out of phase matter. But since I've done it, I became addicted. Now I have it in both my Guedes guitars, my chop tank Guedes guitars, my tele, and now I've done it on this. The magic of doing it on this one is that it has two volume controls. So you get the out of phase. Well, first, let's clarify what is the out of phase. So when you have, I've told this in previous episodes, but I'll tell you again, no problem. The out of phase is inverting the phase of the pickup. So the sound travels by waves. So they are waves like this, like water waves, like ocean waves. So they do this. And they have a zero line, and then they cross the zero, go positive, cross the zero, go negative, cross the zero, go positive. So the wave travels in positive and negative waves. For example, in the speaker, when the speaker pushes air into you, it's making the positive side of the wave. When it sucks air, it's making the negative side of the wave. So whenever you have two things picking up sound, like for example, two pickups or two microphones, you will have phase issues. Always. When the phase is completely the opposite, I say when you have the same exact signal flipped, with the phase flipped, so the positive side has a second wave being the negative side. So if you double the signal, for example, if I record my vocal, my voice here, what I'm speaking, if I record it into the Pro Tools as I'm doing it, and if I double the track, I have two exact copies of the same track. So if I put them together, they will be twice as loud because they are two tracks playing at the same volume. If I flip the phase of one of them, so if I invert the phase and bring the polarity 180 degrees opposite, my positive side of the wave will be negative by the exact same amount. So if I'm hitting, for example, 10 dBs on the positive side, I will be hitting 10 dBs on the negative side, and I will be out of phase. And I will be cancelled, completely cancelled, because the signal is exactly the same. But in real life, it's super difficult to have the same exact signal. So what happens? You lose something. When you have a two pickup guitar, you have the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. They have different tones into it. So if I play the neck pickup, if I play the bridge pickup, when I play both pickups, what happened? I will lose something. The things that are similar will be out of phase, will be twisted, but not 100%. So it will change the proportion. So it will change the tone. Whenever you use two pickups in a guitar, you are always losing something. Usually you're losing mids. So you're losing pick attack, you're losing transient. The sound gets scoop, and that's a sound. That's why in Stratocasters you can use the middle pickup blended with the bridge or with the neck to get that scooped, a lot more scooped sound. And in two pickup configuration, you also get the scoop sound out of the middle position. Neck, bridge. Okay. Now, when I have both pickups that I can turn one out of phase, so I will turn the bridge out of phase by pulling the volume on the neck, and this turns the bridge pickup out of phase. What happens is in the middle position, I have the two pickups, but one of them is out of phase. Which is very different than using just a bridge pickup, for example. But with a guitar with two volumes, I can change the proportion of cancellation. So I can use, for example, let me clean the amp a little bit. And that tone is super classic of old recordings, usually because guitars came out of the factory with reversed polarity pickups by mistake. But people loved it. In the blues, like T-Bone Walker used it a lot. Albert King is one of the great ones known to be using the out-of-phase pickup. I have an Ibanez GB10, a George Benson model that came with the out-of-phase pickups, and for a long time before I knew what out-of-phase was, I thought I had a broken guitar or a broken pickup, but it's just the out-of-phase tone, and that's, for example, this kind of tone, like. If I put the polarity on again, so in phase, you notice the tone when they're out of phase gets a lot nasal, a lot more nasal. So it brings different aspects of the guitar. And the thing I wanted to have a guitar with two pickups and two volumes is that I can blend in the phase as I want it. I have it also in my Nags with a more complex system because it has a blender between the neck and the bridge pickup. So depending on the position of that, if you are out of phase, you're blending. But it's not as intuitive as this one, because here I can control the volume and it has a lot of sweet spots. So if I'm out of phase, completely out of phase, both volumes on 10. Now let me turn off a little bit of the neck volume. You hear the tone changing? There's a spot on 9 where the pot on 9 really cancels out. As opposite to in phase. Why wouldn't I want to have this tone? I have to have it. I need to have it. I got to have it. And now I have it. Thanks to my good friend André Rodrigues, who did the wiring, and it's very complicated work. At least it's what it told me. But it's sounding incredible. And then with this guitar, I even have the single coil option, so I can have the out of phase in single coil or in humbucker mode. A lot of the funk stuff from the 70s, if I take the reverb off. And if you turn it a lot louder, with overdrive, it gets really King Albert Collins. But then I can get a lot of different blends. So, for example, if I put the bridge on 8 and the neck on 5, for example. That's just completely addicted. I'm completely addicted. I'm playing through the super reverb, which is just simply a super killer sounding amp. Well, that's it. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you have liked the show. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's just a little click. Click on the bell too so you can get notified whenever we put a video out there. Every Monday there's a new video, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.